supporting these two? There's actually other veterans in Morgan's race. There's other front runners. But why support these two? Well, because I've been in Congress for almost 3 years now. There's two types of members of Congress. There's performance artists, and there's legislators. Now, the performance artists are the ones that get all the attention. They're the ones you think are more conservative because they know how to say slogans real well. They know how to recite the lines that they know that our voters want to hear. Let me tell you guys something. In the first 2 years of Trump's presidency, when Republicans were in control, when every single time we were voting on Donald Trump's agenda, who do you think was at the top of that list voting with Trump, and who do you think was at the bottom? A lot of names you would recognize were at the bottom of that list. A lot of names you would recognize are at the top of that list. Number two is it's probably going to make you cringe a little bit. It's Adam Kinzinger. Voted with Trump almost 99%. He was number two. You know who's at the bottom? Everybody in the Freedom Caucus. All of them. What you hear so often is not true. It's not true. We have grifters in our midst. Not here, not like in this room, that's not what I mean. I mean in the conservative movement. Lie after lie after lie because they know something psychologically about the conservative heart. We're worried about what people are going to do to us, what they're going to infringe upon us.
This is Republican lawmaker Dan Crenshaw trashing the Freedom Caucus, which is composed of people like Matt Gaetz and Jim Jordan and Marjorie Taylor Greene, for being performance artists. Now, just so we're clear, two things can be true at once here. First, Dan Crenshaw is right when he says the Freedom Caucus is just a bunch of performance artists who have no interest nor intention of enacting any policy. Madison Cawthorn literally told his colleagues, quote, "I have built my staff around comms rather than legislation." These people are professional provocateurs who say whatever they can to get a rise out of people and then fundraise off of the inevitable outrage cycle that follows. And so they have a vested interest in being as offensive, as abrasive, as loud, as controversial, as provocative as possible because their only goal is attention. They are not looking to pass legislation to help their constituents. They've literally admitted as much. They're only looking to get airtime to help themselves. Their only goal is bolstering their own brands. Now, with that said, while Crenshaw was correct, what's also true is that I'm not exactly sure he's the best messenger here to be lambasting Republican performance artists within the GOP. Here's one of Crenshaw's most recent ads.
The American story is one of true exceptionalism. It's built on the greatest ideas in history. This victory tonight, it's about you. It's about defining those. Sorry, folks. I'll be right back.
What do we got? Well, it's not over in Georgia. Senate races went to a runoff.
What are we up against?
You'll never believe this.
Far-left activists are attempting to gain full and total control of the U.S. government.
That we secure a Democratic Senate majority so that we don't have to negotiate in that way.
Should these Senate seats be lost, all will be lost.
You supported the Green New Deal. You supported Medicare for all. Yeah.
Your mission will be to rally support across Georgia behind these American patriots, Senator Perdue and Senator Loeffler. They must win.
What's our situation on the ground?
We have two patriots down there, Senator Loeffler and Senator Perdue. Great fighters with a great message.
They just need a little backup.
Last question. Who do you want to bring?
Bring everyone.
Control, what's the situation at the LZ?
Good evening, sir. Rather lovely form, if I may say so. But we do have a small problem at the landing zone. So-called anti-fascists, an ironic term given their propensity to, well, act like fascists, are patrolling the area. Recommend we shift north 3 kilometers. How does that sound?
Negative. I want to say hello to the greeting party. What's the bearing?
Always one for a bit of drama. 90 degrees from your current heading. Be well, sir.
Man, where is this guy?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be dark soon. Where is that pirate?
Arr.
I don't even know why I'm so angry, you know?
Oh, the news told us to be.
But sure, the other guys are the only performance artists. Got it. The fact is that these Republicans have all looked at Donald Trump and decided to follow his lead and prioritize not being competent or smart or empathetic, but attention seeking. They are all the centers of the universe in their own minds, all of them desperately attempting to create little cults of personality around them, just like their deity has done. And so it's not about helping constituents, it's not about lowering their costs, it's not about making healthcare affordable, it's not about combating climate change, which is hurting red states and blue states alike. It's not about any of that, it's about becoming little movie stars by appealing to the fringes of their base and then fundraising off it to entrench their own power further. In the GOP, the elected officials don't serve their constituents, the constituents serve their officials. So regardless of your political affiliation, the next time you have an opportunity to elect someone to office, maybe just focus on where that person stands regarding the point to being elected to office, which is to serve you. Ask yourself where they stand on lowering healthcare costs for you, lowering childcare and elder care costs for you, lowering pre-K costs for you, lowering the cost of insulin for you, capping your healthcare costs, expanding Medicare and ACA subsidies for you, fixing your roads, your bridges, your lead pipes, delivering high-speed internet to you, getting you vaccines, getting you boosters, getting you child tax credit checks, protecting your Social Security and your Medicare and your Medicaid, taking climate change seriously. Because aside from all of the theatrics, all of the talk, all of the tweets, aside from our outrage cycles and back and forths and intra-party fights and all of the beltway bullshit, those are the only things that matter. Those are why you should be showing up at the ballot box. Politics isn't to lionize people who capitalize on our fear and emotions. It's to find those willing to serve us, to make our lives just a little bit easier and healthier and safer and more prosperous. If they're not in it for you, then they don't deserve to be there. To see more videos like this, click the subscribe button right here on this screen. And if you want to support my work, subscribe to my podcast, No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen. I cover the most important stories each week, and my guest is always one of the top political figures, including Vice President Kamala Harris, Jen Psaki, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, Nancy Pelosi, Katie Porter, Cory Booker, and so many more. The podcast link is also right here on this screen, so give it a listen and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.